Hey y'all, it is so good to be back playing Cities Skylines, and this is Blackwoods. There you go. It's been about 2 months. As you can see, I've made a few visual improvements. We got a bit of the cloud network going on here. I put in a kind of a what you call it? I don't know, a kind of a cube map to change up the skies and all that. So we got all this beautiful sky here. I've got rid of all the pollution and the kind of ground fog, all that, the kind of haziness, the, what would you call that, smoke, industrial smoke, that kind of thing, so you can finally see the trees. So there you go. So I've done all this for you guys. So where were we? Oh yeah, so we are moving along my city of Blackwoods. So where have I been and what happened to Blackwoods? So, well, to tell you the truth, I do not know what really happened. And as you can quite clearly see in the background, which is now the foreground, is summing up with my city. So yeah, this is what went on. I had everything on my D drive, which has kind of got corrupted somehow. I have no idea how, because I don't download stuff. So it's a nice, honest running PC, which shouldn't have any problems. But I don't know. I kind of shut it down probably incorrectly somehow, and it kind of got corrupted, that kind of thing. So all my media, my OBS, my DaVinci Resolve, all my Steam games were all on my D drive, and it kind of got kind of corrupted and went missing. So I still have my D drive. It still appears in my kind of Windows Explorer, but I can't access it. And I haven't got the money or the funds to go run around buying a new computer. But this one works just fine, so hopefully we can kind of salvage it. But yeah, all my saves were somehow, all the cloud saves kind of disappeared. I don't know what happened. It was kind of devastating. So all we're left with is episode 30. This is the only save I could find. So if you are watching my ongoing series of which is on YouTube, the Blackwoods series, you'll notice this is episode 30, where I got up to finishing. This is Hero Duck Hill. So you go, I kind of finished that, and this is all the kind of the terrain I had to put aside to stop the tidal waves destroying my city. And there you go. So it kind of looks like that, and yeah, so this is all I got. So what I've got to do is rebuild everything all over again, as you can see here. So all this is missing. Mini Manhattan is now missing. Queens and the Bronx and Brooklyn is gone. My Train-a-bout is gone, that kind of thing. And yeah, so yeah, I was absolutely devastated. I did all this work, and I was going to do a final showcase video, and all this happened. So yeah, if you come out of here, let's just watch how awful it looks. There you go. Absolutely devastating, isn't it? So this is what I was left with. So what I had to do over the last 2 months is I had to rebuild it all again. And believe it or not, I rebuilt it all again once, and it looked absolutely beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. But the thing is, I accidentally kind of accidentally deleted the new save with this save here. So I went over it again with this save because I was going to do this kind of reveal like I am doing right now, and I kind of messed it up. So that save got kind of lost underneath this one here. So I had to redo it again. This time I've learned how to use my saves, and I've managed to do a kind of a backup. So if I accidentally wipe over what I'm going to show you in a minute, I've got a kind of a backup save. So there you go. So this is what it looked like, and as you can see, I've still got no mods. How do I show that on here? Wow, I am in a lot of debt. So yeah, I still got no mods and no DLC. The only thing I've done is added some visual improvements, which is these kind of, added a camera mod so I can go close like that. It doesn't kind of clip through the buildings, that kind of thing. And one of them is also is there a person? I've also added this. Let's click on this person here. So this is what's it called? A first person camera mod, something like that. So if you click on here, you can follow them. And that person stopped walking. Oh, let's try again. There we go. So you can like follow them. Maybe they was waiting to cross the street, I don't know. But yeah, this is what it would look like from the bird's eye view. So I finally get to do a kind of a... Where's this person going? Probably just to the park. There you go. So I finally get to do probably a proper kind of showcase of my city in later videos. And I've worked out how to do this correctly, that kind of thing. And this kind of works with vehicles as well. There you go. So normally it would look like this. You'd normally have me doing this. There we go. It'd be like that, but now I got this kind of mod, and there you go. So you got a better one, but the trouble is I can't move around. So there you go. So, and come out of here completely. There we go. So also I got this little thing here that appears. This is, what is this? This is, so that's my camera mod, and this is luminosity. Lumina, it's Lumina, there you go. So this shows you all the different kind of settings. So what I've got here, I got lighting, and I'm using Relight Warm, which can be a whole bunch of different ones, like this one here, clear and bright. But I'm going to stick to Relight Warm. I want to try them all out eventually. So right down here, there we go, Relight Warm, so there we go. And my global settings look like this. Looks a little bit dark. Maybe I can make it a little bit brighter. Not that one. This one. Maybe this one here. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it looks a lot brighter, doesn't it? There we go. That's kind of cool. And also, let's go back into this Lumina thing. Visualization. Yeah, Table Mountain. So these are... yeah, that shows you more clearly. So, Shadow Fog... blah 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 cube map. So they go, so all these are kind of like different types of clouds and things like that, and I've gone for the Table Mountain one, which is kind of come out of here, which are these kind of little clouds here and all that. So there we go. So that's my visual improvements. So that's the only thing I've added to my game. Other than that, it's still vanilla. And yeah, so what I'm going to do, actually what I have done is I've rebuilt all of this again for the third time. So I'm just about to show you what I did. And there you go. And I rebuilt it again with no mods. So it took 2 months. 2 months has taken me to get back to where I was. So let's have a look at it right now. And here we are. We are back into my completed city. Look at the sky. It doesn't look beautiful. Told you about those clouds. This is all for you guys. So there you go. This is my city complete again for the third time. So yeah, I had to follow along all my YouTube videos, which were very trying because I don't have enough subscribers. Therefore, I had to cope through all these devastating 20-second commercials that YouTube like to inflict on me. So yeah, if anybody wants to subscribe, please do it for me. It's just so I can get rid of the commercials for people to watch my videos without interruptions, that kind of thing. So there you go. So yeah, this is my whole city redone for the third time, as you can see right here. And I tried to follow along as much as I can, but I couldn't do it all completely accurate. So there's going to be a kind of few things that kind of popped up that were kind of a little bit different, and things that I've kind of made kind of a little adjustments, tweaked a little here and there, because as I said, this is my very first ever city. And my very first ever YouTube series, so I'm kind of learning as I go along, and so a lot of things I managed to kind of tweak for the better, I guess. And as you can see, there's still this area here that I intended to kind of yeah, kind of I don't know what I was going to do here, but I wanted to build something here, but I never got around to it. So maybe I can do that as a bonus feature for the last ever build of my city. So yeah, so this is a little kind of this video is really about what's happened to my city, where have I been, and then it's a little, I'm going to do a little kind of trip down memory lane to show you guys where we got to, and then I'll finish it off with a little build, and then after that, next video we'll do I'll try and do maybe a showcase of all the little areas, but quick little recap, I guess. Doesn't look too bad now, does it? Not too bad. And as you can see, I've still got no mods, no assets, no DLC. I have no idea what pops up in here when you get the DLC. No idea. Absolutely no idea. So yeah, so that's what we're working with. I still got the camera visual mods, which is why it looks beautiful like this. There you go. So yeah, let's look on here. So yeah, so it all began here. This is the Lafayette. Yeah, you got Lafayette. This is the very first ever town, very first house people moved in, and I made that historical instantly, which is why everything around it looks modern. So there you go. That's the very first ever residence of Blackwoods. And my very first canals, which I remember being absolutely scared of doing. And they did flood my city for a little while, but it kind of recovered. Also, during my build, you'd see me putting lots of rocks kind of here and here. Now, without mods, you can't build under the water with these rocks. But I kind of showed a way of how to do that. You you cordon off the land, drain it all out of water, place all the rocks, do a bit of terraforming, then you let the water go back in. And that's how you kind of build rocks under the water, as you can see here. So I've done that in many places. My very first covered bridge, love this. My very first logging industry or forestry department, I guess. Yet again with no mods, and this is my kind of way of doing it, by just placing on all these trees, that kind of thing. There you go. Love these buildings here. This is my very first ever farm build. Vanilla, of course. There you go. I'm going to delete this. That is an ugly looking house. Do remember seeing that it looks a bit too modern, so we're going to speed that up, and hopefully we'll get a kind of an older looking building coming in. Let's see what it is. Interesting. What is it? It's going to be kind of disappointing, I guess. Oh, okay, we'll leave it. There we go. Ooh, wrong button again. So there you go. Make that historical. That's more like it. So there you go. That's the farmhouse for this farmland. As you can see here, this is my very first botanical gardens, and as you can see, it's named Ozzy Akiro Botanical Gardens. So yeah, and every time somebody made a comment or said something nice on my videos, I kind of paid homage to them, as you can see here with Hero Duck Hill. The person who commented was called Hero Duck. So there you go. So a lot of people have places named after them on here. Obviously, my very first industry, my very first trumpet interchange. Eventually found out what this is called. There you go. Yet again, built with no mods. Here's the normal interchange. So what I tried to do with my city is I tried to kind of build the city using every single asset for the first time, which is why you got this kind of weird... Now, where is it? It is over here somewhere, isn't it? Here it is, Strawberry Square, apparently. This is my very first ever toll booth, and I decided to put these in here, just so I could use one of every asset and thing that came in. As you can see, throughout my city, I've used a lot of things to be something else other than what they are. So these kind of rail tracks here, these are kind of, from a distance, look like relay stations, and here you can see this is based on a power plant in Nevada, I think, or Arizona. It's something like that. There you go. So yeah, these are, if you go closely, these are tables. But from far away, they look like solar panels. What else we got here? Pretty much that's it, really, as my ore industry. Let's go back into here. There we go. That's a better view. My ore industry. My Wong 1286 University, named after the person who left me a lovely comment on this video. So this is my university design. This is the recreation of my graduation, which was out in the open like that. There you go. What else we got here? One of my most successful videos was my downtown creation, where I showed you how I did a little bit of road hierarchy. Looks a little bit like that. This is the Abatism interchange. Isn't that beautiful? It's kind of cool. There's a lot of things in my city that you won't see like this. Yeah, let's go on here. See what he sees. There you go. So this is my Abatism interchange, and if you see on your right hand side, I can't move the camera because this camera mod doesn't work that way. So there's a lot of little pretty things I've put in my city. So I'm going to put this save on the Steam Workshop, so you can get to have a look around. I'll probably tidy things up. Got to tidy up all the bus lines and the train lines, that kind of thing. But yeah, you'll see lots of little things like this, and this is what this looks like with this person walking here. So there you go. So that's what it looks like from bird's eye, person's eye view. So there you go. That's kind of cool. Back into here. There we go. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, and what I've done is kind of left all the traffic to be kind of busy like this, because I wanted my city to be authentic. And have you ever been to a city where all the streets are empty? They're not. They're supposed to be like this. And I'm okay with this, because it's all about the flow of the traffic. It doesn't matter how many cars are using it, as long as you still got the flow going, that kind of thing. So look on here. My traffic flow used to be around about 89%. It is 87, so that's going to, yeah, it still fluctuates between 87 to 90%. So there you go. And even though it's being used by a lot of traffic, they're still moving. So it's still got the flow. So there you go. So yeah, and this is the Provicarad. I can't pronounce that, but yeah, there's another person made a lovely comment, and he got this named after him, and this traffic circle, which is part of his name, the 2532 circle. There you go. So that's pretty cool. So I got all this built, and as you can see from the earlier part of the video, this is now all built, beautifully built. Yeah, this is some of my videos were very surprising. How I got like no views or little views, that kind of thing. It's kind of soul destroying when I put out all this work and time and effort into it and you get nobody watching. So I guess it's to do with the algorithms of YouTube, and also the fact that I'm new to YouTubing, and therefore it's going to be very rough and awful. There you go. So this video, was it the Scenic Mountain Rail Line or Railway? I don't know. It didn't get a lot of views, despite it being absolutely beautiful. Look at how beautiful this is and how creative this is. Not a lot of people watched it. Very strange. And there you go. This got a little tweak in. On my third rebuild, I decided to put a kind of bit of a town here. Originally, in my original series, we only had this and this little piece here, but I put a town here. There you go. So yeah, all this has been rebuilt. The European canals are back in line. The palace has been put back into how it was before. I remember this taking days to get all this to come in. There you go, playing whack-a-mole. This is, yeah, the palace is exactly this. Well, it's not exactly the same, but all of this is the same, apart from the maze. Kind of got less kind of room here for some reason. I don't know what went on. But yeah, this maze was behind here. But now I've had to kind of put it here instead. And at least I got the maze in. So there you go. So that looks like that. It's kind of cool. This is the kind of where people go to get married. This is my idea behind that. Is this still as busy as ever? Yeah, still as busy as ever. There you go. That's kind of cool. There you go. Another part of my city that didn't get a lot of views, I don't think, was building this. And look how beautiful this is. This is the, I think it's like a Theater of Wonders and a Metropolitan Museum. So yeah, a lot of, it was a beautiful kind of mountain build, but not a lot of people are into watching me build a mountain. It's a shame because you get these spectacular views here. How beautiful that is. There you go. So everything was recreated how it was done originally. There you go. And let's move over to here. So yeah, my small town in a small forest, which doesn't really look like a small town in a small forest until you go into a ground's eye view here. There you go. So you can actually see this really is a forest with a few kind of houses built in the forest. It looks kind of like that. It's kind of cool. Still got the rail crossing, which is part of a thumbnail from one of my earlier videos. There you go. So that's kind of cool. And that's still working really well. Two next to each other. It's kind of strange. There you go. Still my very first ever use of the rule bus, which is the yellow bus. The school bus. Put this back in like it was before. And also what I did, I rejigged this here. So it kind of looks more natural. Originally it was like a big slope like this, but I've kind of tweaked it and made it look a little bit more natural, as you can see here. There you go. And with the camera mod, it kind of bobs up and down for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't bob anywhere else. It's kind of okay, but here it just doesn't work. But it looks kind of like that. So there you go. So all that's done. This is my vanilla airport. Based on an airport in Washington. Washington State, that is. There you go. And it's all purely vanilla, so using highway roads to come up with this idea here. Using the industry buildings, what's this? Let's look on here. Lumber mill. So this is the forestry industry buildings, and these ones would be normal ones. Oh no, I think these are the farming industry. It might be that. But yeah, there you go. That's how I got my kind of aircraft hangars, my airplane sheds, that kind of thing. There you go. This is the other thing, my Train-a-bout. There we go. Now I do remember somebody being kind of like telling me this is the wrong way around, so I kind of readdress this. Let's have a look on here. So you go. Then these are now one-way systems. I had these as both ways, but there you go. And people are kind of a couple of people are kind of reminded me that this won't work because the trains will get all stuck with each other, especially when you got these kind of links here. This is very small. What you should do is have these kind of links here, kind of the length of a train, like this. Not here. Like here. I've extended it here. But it's okay because this is a vanilla town and there's not a lot of stations and there's not a lot of trains. But if you're going to do this, make sure you got them extended. So there you go. This is my kind of town on the hill. It's like that. Beautiful views, as you can see. This is Sports Suburbia. So you can see this is my kind of Olympic park or football stadium. Recreated lovingly. Maybe I should build something here. The basketball arena is still the same. And as you can see, I'm using the picnic benches and the rose bushes as bleachers. There you go. The couple of changes here. This is my school and university. And now I originally had that there. But I kind of moved that there instead because I put this kind of university here. And I wanted to make this like, oh, what do they have in Europe? They kind of like, what do they call them? Kind of tourist attractions, like, what is it called? It's kind of an antique home. I don't know what you call them, but they're kind of historical houses that people go and visit. And they have them in the UK and Europe, and this is my kind of version of that. There you go. And let me see what else here. And also, yeah, the baseball park, which is some over here. So yeah, my Sports Suburbia were a very beautiful, successful build. Didn't get a lot of views. And look at this. This is amazing. Can you imagine I done this without any mods? It's crazy. Using my old bleacher technique with the picnic benches and the rose hedges. And this took years, and you can see it's not all completely in line, but it took years to do all this. The closer you get to it, the uglier it looks, but from far away it looks like a proper baseball park. There's a baseball diamond. There you go. I love this little design here. So you go. That's all that. So let's move on. The layout is a little bit different over kind of here. The terraform is a little bit different because I don't know. You can't get that exactly as you did the last time around. But this is the Brooklyn Bridge. This is Manhattan Bridge, which I have named. There you go, Manhattan Bridge, and that'll be Brooklyn Bridge. There you go, Brooklyn Bridge. There you go. So I've named everything after locations and places in Manhattan. Well, New York City. So back in here, so there you go. So this is Brooklyn. So the only thing that's changed is the Brooklyn Park is a bit different, but everything else is laid out the same. Still got the mall, which is called the Atlantic Terminal Mall. There you go. But this is all kind of the same apart from a couple of things. Like this one here, I came up with this kind of seating arrangement. So I kind of put them all around here. There and there, and you can see here. So that's a little different, but the rest of it is all the same. So yeah, this is Queens. So this is kind of all the same. Even the river side, the harbor side setup is the same. Still got the kind of the ice cream trucks in the same place. So it took a lot of time working this out. The only thing is different here is the riverside, or the piers. These are kind of different layout. I've made these kind of bigger and wider so you can fit more in. So they kind of look like that. This is the Bronx. And I managed to unlock a few things. Let's look on here. So yeah, I got 107,000 people, 654 population. My bankroll is over 7 million. Kind of losing money at the moment, but people are still moving in. So there you go. So I've got no infinite money cheats, that kind of thing. Go back in here, and which means I get to unlock a few things, and this is one of them. What is this called? This is the statue industry. There you go. I haven't come up with a different name for this. So there you go. I put that in the Bronx. Come up with this design. And then the last of my builds, let's go back to Liberty Island, which is over here. So yeah, this is exactly based on Liberty Island, as much as I can with vanilla, which is why this is kind of barren here. And you got the trees here, so it's just like on Liberty Island. Obviously, you have to put a road in here, which there wouldn't be a road here, but you have to get this powered and hooked up. And as you can see, I recreated, putting the the wind turbine, the sea wind turbine over there, so I could do kind of thumbnail shots like that. So that's in exactly the same place. Did I make any tweaks? Maybe, yeah, I made a tweak here. This is a little bit different. I came up with this idea of putting all these picnic benches together to make them look like a kind of a boat ramp. So there you go. So all this is a bit different, but everything else is kind of the same. Got all the tables and all that. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Yeah, all the same. So there you go. And then we built mini Manhattan, which is all based on Manhattan. This is kind of central Harlem. This is Manhattan. This is Harlem Heights, I guess. Sugar Hill and all that. And Marble Hill would be here, but I haven't got the room. You see, I run out of room and tiles. So there we go. Has this got a place? Hamilton Heights. Yeah, this is Hamilton Heights. There you go. So let's come back into here. There you go. So this is Upper Manhattan. This is the Apollo. This would be the Columbia University. This is my kind of weird I don't know, transport hub. Came up with this unique design. It's kind of cool. So yeah, that's Upper Manhattan. Looks like that. This is my holiday park. Eventually got that solved, completed. Took years and years for these to level up. But this is pretty much the same build. Managed to extend all the paths under here. There you go. And this is the Lower Manhattan, I guess. These are my kind of ornate gardens. A little bit of tweaking here and there for these, but these are practically the same. As you can see here. And here. There you go, and the building in the way. There you go, that is the Trans-Manhattan Expressway, which is kind of there. That's my kind of vanilla kind of version of that. In real life, it would be kind of up here. So there you go, that kind of looks like that. So it goes all the way from the mainland into Manhattan, the island, we call it, just the island, and into the Bronx. This would be the Bronx. It goes into the Bronx. But that would be up here somewhere, not down here. So there you go. So yeah, everything here is lovingly placed. Yeah, so these are all my brownstone houses, row houses. So I managed to build up all these little neighborhoods and communities. All the buildings are named after locations in Manhattan, like this. This is the Rhodes Center for Earth and Science. Let's leave this on so you can see. This is Columbus Circle, and you got all these different variations of Central Park. This is Ground Zero. The Survivor Tree is this little tree here. This is laid out the same way as Ground Zero is, with all these kind of trees on this kind of plaza, I guess. It looks a little bit like this. I was at school when they started building this. 2007, I think. So yeah, this is Battery Park. It's my version. It's a little bit like that. This isn't like that, but these are kind of like this. There you go. A lot of the harbors and the piers. And what else we got? Washington Square Park, which is where we still got our family home. Which is kind of here. This looks a little bit like this. A bit like this. This is where they play chess. This column would not be this big. It would be tiny. Very small it would be. So yeah, but that's my version of that. What else we got here? So this would be New York County Supreme Court. There we go. Macy's is here. That's Macy's. Oh, I didn't even name that. Let me try that. I can't believe that. There we go. Macy's. Is there anywhere else I forgot to do? Art Expo? No, that's the same. That's kind of cool. Rockefeller Center. This is my version of the Rockefeller Center. Put this ornate statue here to represent that. This is the only tall building I can come up with. What kind of building is this? It's a high-density residential. There we go. So yeah, this is Columbus Circle. Looks pretty cool. Kind of pleased with that. And this is my very last kind of build, which is Central Park. There you go. Which the original build didn't get a lot of views, but when I did a speed build, it got a lot more views. There you go. Hector Playground, Warm and Rink, the Pond, Sheep Meadow, Children's Zoo, Professor Terrace, the Ramble, the Great Lawn, and I kind of did this almost exactly the same as I did in the original one, but there's a few minor tweaks here and there. Like some of the paving layout is a little different, and I managed to put in this should be the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I decided to put that here when I unlocked it. There you go. So that's kind of cool. This should be the Ancient Playground. Yeah, there you go. Ancient Playground. This would be the Great Lawn, where they have kind of all the concerts and shows. And I kind of changed that up a little, so it looks a little bit like this. That one's a bit odd, but there you go. Put all these together to make these kind of, I don't know, souvenirs or kind of places to buy stuff for the show. I don't know, something like that. This cafe here, these are all the outside restrooms. There you go. So it's kind of cool. It did a little things different. The Ramble is kind of the same. Still got that kind of same kind of chair and fountain inside the kind of the woods. There you go. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, that was my kind of last ever build of Manhattan. There you go. Didn't get a lot of views on the original build, but the speed build did. The only other thing that I kind of shocked at is I didn't get a lot of views on this here. My observatory and my kind of opera house. Not a lot of people watched this. I think I got about 30 views, which is very, very surprising considering how much work went into building this. So yeah, very, very strange. There you go. That's the YouTube algorithms for you. So there you go. So that is my whole city. So I hope you like that. What I'll do is I'll do a little kind of maybe a speed build of that kind of area. Where is it? Over here. I'll probably complete this, and I've got one little thing that I need to place down, which I've temporarily put down here. Here it is. Managed to unlock this. So I've got to find somewhere for the Lazarette Plaza. There you go. So I've got to find somewhere for that. So what I'll do that as a kind of maybe a time-lapse speed build. And I'll put that, maybe I'm thinking over here somewhere. I don't know. I've got to do something with that anyway. So there you go. I hope you liked that one. So that's where I've been and what happened to my city. And it took 2 months to me kind of trying to work out how to get my computer working and having to rebuild this twice. A lot of work. So there you go. So I'll meet you at the end of all this, I guess. Right, so there you go, everybody. That was a bit of a bonus kind of episode, something I'd never really originally planned on doing, so bit of a surprise for you guys. So there you go. That was my video on where have I been, what happened to my city, and me rebuilding my city, and finishing off with a little bonus kind of detailing and building episode, as you can see here. So all this is now completely done, filled in with trees and all that, trying to make it look as natural as I can. There you go. I did to meet with the demand for industry and commercial, I put in some more industry and commercial and press that button again by mistake. Some trends never end. So there you go. So this is my little kind of shopping complex, I guess, and a bit of office kind of layout, kind of thing to tie in with that kind of bus depot. So there you go. So that's all there. I've extended this path because it kind of cut off there. So there you go, that's all that. And the last thing I did was I finally found somewhere to put in that lazarette plaza, I guess that's what it's called. He says with lots of hesitation. Thought I'd have it like there, like these statues of people just looking out beyond. And they're looking out there. That kind of thing. So yeah, it's kind of fitting. Beautiful little kind of place to go, and more seating arrangements, and I kind of put this kind of cafe here. I've not finished it, have I? Yeah, I put this kind of cafe here, and it's to help with the power jump and that kind of thing. And this is what I intended to put here, but I never got around to it. There you go. So that was my kind of surprise bonus build, that kind of thing. And here I put in this, as you can see it. So this is my kind of restaurant or cafe kind of thing for people to come and visit this plaza. This is lots of tables for them to eat their meals, that kind of thing. There we go. That's a lot better. Now this is kind of a place where they go and listen to music or whatever they do. Another one of those kind of strange kind of playground things I've done here. The kids to hang out. So they got something for the kids to do while they're bored, waiting for their parents to take photos or whatever it is they do. There you go. That's more like it. There you go. As quick as that. Didn't want too many trees here to distract from this view here. There we go. Out of there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's a lot better. There you go. And that way you can get a better screenshot from here without like having trees in the way. That kind of thing. So that worked out really well. So like I said, more seating arrangements here. Then I was thinking about having the road connecting here, but I decided to put all the road down here. And then slope it up here. You saw me doing that in the time-lapse. And I put another kind of marina here. Just what it looks like it needs one. That kind of thing. And I decided to turn this into a kind of more natural kind of riverside, I guess, with rocks and all that. As you can see here. So it looks kind of really cool. Really authentic. So really pleased with that. So there you go. So that was my kind of bonus episode. I hope you really liked that one, everybody. So yeah, hopefully I'll be doing some extra kind of little Cities Skylines episodes. They might be smaller because I've only got my one little SSD to drive to work on, but hopefully I can get things out. Let's see what happens from here on then. That's my final look at my city for now, until I do the end kind of video montage or whatever it is. I'm not too sure how to do this, but yeah, and from the final time in Blackwoods, my city, and mini Manhattan. Sincerely, look after each other, and I really do mean that. Have a really nice day, and I will see y'all